Hi, welcome to the T.B.D. unboxing. My name is Bryan.
And my name is Carla.
And today we're going to talk about a youth small group curriculum called T.B.D.
We're going to prance it around, we're going to sing to it. Here it is!
I don't know about all that.
Oh, I will.
Oh.
All right. What are we looking at, Bryan?
So this is T.B.D., the name of our new small group curriculum for students, high school students, and it's a pretty interesting idea. It's the idea of that they're small group topical studies. Each one has 4 different lessons in it, and it's meant to give the students in your youth group a deep dive into a particular subject. This topic is on prayer, the first one, and what it is supposed to do is supposed to give them an opportunity to really think about this thing as specifically as they can over the course of 4 weeks. So when they get done, they're not necessarily going to have the answer about how they think about prayer, but they're going to be able to articulate it in a way that they couldn't before.
Yeah, and you're going to be able to have conversations around why do you think what you think about prayer? How did that belief get shaped? What else do you need to know to have a more nuanced idea about this? So we help them talk about Christian history, we look at the Bible, and all of that kind of comes together with their conversations with their peers to help them really have, a nuanced view, a new way of articulating something a little more deeply.
And the way that really starts is with the student journal, which is the first piece of the curriculum. And the student journal is designed to be pocket-sized, so they can put it in their pocket, they can take it wherever they're going, not only to church, but to school, in the car on the way home. It's something that's supposed to be usable and workable, like a workbook. And when you open it up, it's also designed to be something that's going to catch the eye of students. It has a lot of good information, but there's also a lot of space on each page, so they can really drill down in what their thoughts are. What are they thinking during the lesson? When they get home, go back to it and kind of re-engage the material. So it's something that for that 4-week journey through the curriculum, this is going to kind of be their guide. It's going to be their constant presence, the thing that they can come back to, not only when they're doing the session, but then maybe a month or 2 later when they're like, what did I think about that again? They can come back and everything is kind of captured in the student journal.
Yeah. Then, along with it, we've got a facilitator guide. And this is designed, like so many of our curricular facilitator guides, to be something that you can access and get what you need to teach a lesson in about 20 minutes. We know that volunteers often don't feel confident talking about deep theological concepts with students, so we really try to equip everybody who's going to facilitate with the theological background that they need, with some really clear teaching tips, and just a lot of sort of confidence builders so they feel like, yeah, I can do this. And like our other facilitator guides, it also kind of lets you off the hook. You don't have to be an expert to lead one of these courses. You really are invited to walk alongside the students and sort of process this with them and kind of talk about, this is a thing I've wondered about too, because we really believe that helps you really connect with your students, but it also models an honest engagement with ideas for them and helps them really see that their faith, like your faith, is kind of working itself out. It's in process.
And so a lot of that stuff, that idea that faith is in process and that you're not going to have the answers, is actually the fuel for every one of these lessons, where you ask students to come in and say, what do you think about the first week of topic of prayer is important? Where are you at with that right now? And that really kicks off every lesson. But it's not where the lessons stay necessarily, and that's how the videos come in. The videos are an opportunity where students can say, this is what I think about this right now, but the video then challenges them to maybe not their answer, they may be where they're going to be at the end of it, but the video at least makes them think about, what has the Christian tradition thought about this topic or about this statement for the week? What have different theologians, what has the Bible said about this topic? And the video really presents that information in a way where they're going to be able to say, oh, okay, I used to think that prayer was important when I was in trouble. Maybe that's where they're at. But now I see that prayer is important in all aspects of our life. It gives them the opportunity to kind of refine and revise and rethink their ideas on the given topic, which is kind of the ethos of the whole curriculum.
So really, between the conversations you have as a group, the video acts as a real conversation partner, the Bible acts as a conversation partner. You go through 45 minutes to an hour in your small group with your high school students, and you come away with some really deep theological thinking, and in 4 weeks your students will find themselves thinking about things in a new way.